When the child was a child, it walked with its arms swinging, wanted the brook to be a river, the river to be a torrent, and this puddle to be the sea. When the child was a child, it didn't know that it was a child. To it, everything had a soul, and all souls were one. When the child was a child, it was the time for these questions. Why am I me, and why not you? Why am I here, and why not there? When did time begin, and where does space end? Is life under the sun not just a dream? Is what I see and hear and smell not just the reflection of a world before the world? Watch the flow of water when it crosses over an area of land, and you will see that it puts out fingers, and some of them stop because they come into blind alleys. The water doesn't pursue that course, it simply rises and then it finds a way it can go. But it never uses any effort. It only uses weight and gravity. It takes the line of least resistance and eventually finds a course. Now, we will do the same thing. When you die, you're gonna regret the things you don't do. You think you're queer, I'm gonna tell you something, we're all queer. You think you're a thief, so what? You get befuddled by a middle-class morality, get shut of it. Shut it out. You cheat on your wife, you did it, live with it. You fuck little girls, so be it. There's an absolute morality, maybe. And then what? If you think there is, go ahead, be that thing. Bad people go to hell, I don't think so. If you think that, act that way. A hell exists on earth. Yes. I won't live in it. That's me. I don't want to rule or conquer anyone. I should like to help everyone if possible. Human beings are like that. We want to live by each other's happiness, not by each other's misery. We don't want to hate and despise one another. And this world has room for everyone, and the good earth is rich, can provide for everyone. The way of life can be free and beautiful, but we have lost the way. Greed has poisoned men's souls, has barricaded the world with hate, has goose-stepped us into misery and bloodshed. We have developed speed, but we have shut ourselves in. Machinery that gives us abundance has left us in want. Our knowledge has made us cynical. Our cleverness, hard and unkind. We think too much, and feel too little. More than machinery, we need humanity. More than cleverness, we need kindness and gentleness. Without these qualities, life will be violent, and all will be lost. Let's suppose that you were able every night to dream any dream you wanted to dream, and that you could, for example, have the power within one night to dream 75 years of time, or any length of time you wanted to have. And you would, naturally, as you began on this adventure of dreams, you would fulfill all your wishes. You would have every kind of pleasure you could conceive. And after several nights of 75 years of total pleasure each, you would say, well, that was pretty great. But now let's have a surprise. Let's have a dream which isn't under control, where something is gonna happen to me that I don't know what it's gonna be. And you would dig that and would come out of that and you would say, wow, that was a close shave, wasn't it? Then you would get more and more adventurous and you would make further and further out gambles what you would dream. And finally, you would dream where you are now. You would dream the dream of living the life that you are actually living today. So in this idea then, everybody is fundamentally the ultimate reality, not God in a politically kingly sense, but God in the sense of being the self, the deep down basic whatever there is. And you are all that, only you are pretending you are not. Made you feel like you'd just slept for 12 hours, yes, or a piss, great meals fade in reflection. Everything else gains. You know why, 'cause it's only food. The shit we put in us, it keeps us going. It's only food. Have you ever sailed across an ocean? On a sailboat surrounded by sea with no land in sight, without even the possibility of sighting land for days to come. To stand at the helm of your destiny. I want that, one more time. I want to be in the Piazza del Campo in Siena. To feel the surge's 10 racehorses go thundering by. I want another meal in Paris at Lambrossi in the Place d'Ivoire. I want another bottle of wine, and then another. I want the warmth of a woman in a cool set of sheets. One more night of jazz at the Vanguard. I want to stand on summits, and smoke Cubans, and feel the sun on my face, for as long as I can. Walk on the wall again. Climb the tower. Ride the river. Stare at the frescoes. I want to sit in the garden and read one more good book. Most of all, I want to sleep. I want to sleep like I slept when I was a boy. Give me that. Just one time. What I'm saying, what is our life? Our life is looking forward or it's looking back. That's it. That's our life. Where's the moment, and what is it we're so afraid of? Loss. What else? The bank closes. We get sick. My wife died on a plane. The stock market collapsed. What if these happen? None of them. We worry anyway. Why? What do you keep? I mean, you don't keep anything. Security, things, you know, it's just, you try to stave off insecurity. You can't do it. I don't have to tell you things are bad. Everybody knows things are bad. It's a depression. Everybody's out of work or scared of losing their job. The dollar buys a nickel's worth. Banks are going bust. Punks are running wild in the street and there's nobody anywhere who seems to know what to do, and there's no end to it. We know the air is unfit to breathe and our food is unfit to eat, and we sit watching our TVs while some local newscaster tells us that today we had 15 homicides and 63 violent crimes, as if that's the way it's supposed to be. We know things are bad, worse than bad. They are crazy. It's like everything everywhere is going crazy, so we don't go out anymore. We sit in the house, and slowly the world we are living in is getting smaller, and all we say is, please, at least leave us alone in our living rooms. Let me have my toaster and my TV and my steel-belted radios and I won't say anything. Just leave us alone. Well, I'm not gonna leave you alone. I want you to get mad. I don't want you to protest. I don't want you to riot. I don't want you to write to your congressman, because I wouldn't know what to tell you to write. I don't know what to do about the depression and the inflation and the Russians and the crime in the street. All I know is that first you've got to get mad. Shouting, you've got to say, I'm a human being, God damn it, my life has value, I see all this potential, and I see squandering. God damn it, an entire generation pumping gas, waiting tables, slaves with white collars. Advertising has us chasing cars and clothes, working jobs we hate so we can buy shit we don't need. We're the middle children of history. No purpose or place. Our great war's a spiritual war. Our Great Depression is our lives. We've all been raised on television to believe that one day we'd all be millionaires, and movie gods, and rock stars. But we won't. And we're slowly learning that fact. And we're very, very pissed off. So, I want you to get up now. I want all of you to get up out of your chairs. I want you to get up right now and go to the window. Open it, and stick your head out, and yell, I'm as mad as hell, and I'm not gonna take this anymore. Stop. Don't jump. You're not alone. You're with me. Everything you will be, you already are. What you're looking for is already within you. Take joy in your sufferings, for through them, you will reach me. And who shall I be in 20 more years? In 110,000, will my conscience still need a body? For you, I don't exist yet. For me, you don't exist anymore. At the end of time, when all matter begins the journey to its origin, you and me will only have been memories, never reality. Something is dreaming us. Embrace the illusion. Live. Take almost any path you please, and 10 to 1 it carries you down in a dale, and leaves you there by a pool in the stream. There is magic in it. Let the most absent-minded of men be plunged in his deepest reveries. Stand that man on his legs, set his feet a-going, and he will infallibly lead you to water. Be like water, making its way through cracks. Do not be assertive, but adjust to the object, and you shall find a way around or through it. If nothing within you stays rigid, outward things will disclose themselves. Empty your mind, be formless, shapeless. If you put water into a cup, it becomes the cup. You put water into a bottle and it becomes the bottle. You put it in a teapot, it becomes the teapot. Water can flow or it can crash. To have faith is to trust yourself to the water. When you swim, you don't grab hold of the water, because if you do, you will sink and drown. Instead, you relax and float. Decide, we are now the times. Not only the whole town, the whole world is taking part in our decision. We two are now more than us two. We incarnate something. We're representing the people now. And the whole place is full of those who are dreaming the same dream. We are deciding everyone's game. I am ready. Now it's your turn. You hold the game in your hand. Now or never. You need me. You will need me. There's no greater story than ours. It will be a story of giants. Invisible. Transposable. A story of new ancestors. Look. My eyes. They are the picture of necessity, of the future of everyone in the place. Longing. Longing for a wave of love that would stir in me. In one blink of your eyes, you've missed seeing. Why? Because here is the light. The light, the light, the light, every mystic in the world has seen the light. That brilliant, blazing energy, brighter than 1,000 suns, it is locked up in everything. Now imagine this. Imagine you are seeing it. Like you see aureoles around Buddhas. Like you see the beatific vision at the end of Dante's Paradiso. Vivid, vivid light, so bright that it is like the clear light of the void in the Tibetan Book of the Dead. It's beyond light, it's so bright. And you watch it receding from you. And on the edges, like a great star, there becomes a rim of red. And beyond that, a rim of orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, violet. You see this great mandala appearing, this great sun, and beyond the violet, there's black. Black, like obsidian, not flat black, but transparent black, like lacquer. Going, going, going. And along with this light, there comes sound. There is a sound so tremendous with the white light that you can't hear it, so piercing that it seems to annihilate the ears. But then along with the colors, the sound goes down the scale in harmonic intervals. Down, 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 until it gets to a deep thundering bass which is so vibrant that it turns into something solid, and you begin to get the similar spectrum of textures. Now all this time, you've been watching a kind of thing radiating out. But, it says, this isn't all I can do, and the rays start dancing like this, and the sound starts waving, too, as it comes out, and the textures start varying themselves, and they say, well, you've been looking at this as I've been describing it so far in a flat dimension. Let's add a third dimension. It's going to come right at you now. And meanwhile, it says, we're not going to just do like this, we're going to do little curlicues. And it says, well, that's just the beginning, making squares and turns, and then suddenly you see in all the little details that become so intense, that all kinds of little sub-figures are contained in what you originally thought were the main figures. And the sound starts going all different. Amazing complexities of sound all over the place. And there's things going, 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 going. And you think you're going to go out of your mind. When suddenly it turns into us sitting around here.